Good morning, and thank you for joining us for our first of a four-part webinar series to celebrate National Disability Employer Awareness Month. These webinars are being hosted in collaboration with the American Job Center, the Business Engagement Division, and Iowa Vocational Rehabilitation Services, all divisions within the Iowa Workforce Development. National Disability Awareness Month, or NDEAM, is an opportunity to celebrate the contributions of people with disabilities to America's workplaces and economy. This year's theme is Access for All and focuses on the commitment to create an inclusive and accessible workplace that empowers individuals with disabilities. Today, we have two members of Easter Steel's Iowa Rural Solutions and Assistive Technology team. They will give us an introduction to assistive technology and digital accessibility. Jesse Rudin is a rural rehabilitation statewide assistive technology professional and has been working with Easter Seals for over a year. She graduated from Drake University with a degree in elementary education, with specializing in certifications in special education, kindergarten through 12th grade. She's continued to share her passion for helping individuals with disabilities and help them gain independence through the use of assistive technology. In her spare time, she trains service dogs for veterans, along with coaching the Drake hockey team. Kevin Dahlin is a certified rehabilitation counselor who started specializing in assisted technology when he went back to pursue his master's degree at Drake University. He is a passionate advocate of disability rights and has been involved in several advocacy boards. In his free time, he can be found cooking and crossing off items on his bucket list. So thank you very much, Jesse and Kevin. I'm looking forward to see your presentation. And the floor is yours.
Thanks for the introduction. I'm going to start presenting now and sharing my screen, and we'll see if we are able to see it.
We can see it, Jesse.
Perfect. Are you able to see it still?
We are. We do see it's two-slided, so you can see the slides, and then you can also see that next slide.
Let me change that for you. It should be just one slide now.
Yes.
Looks great.
So as we get into this presentation, we're going to talk a little bit about what assistive technology is and how assistive technology is used in everyday life and what the program at Easter Seals has to offer. If everybody could just go ahead and put their name and then the county that they reside in the chat, just to help us collect a little bit of data, that would be wonderful. And if you have questions throughout the presentation, feel free to pop them in the Q&A or the chat, and we will address them as we go. So Easter Seals Iowa is an organization that provides exceptional services to ensure all people with disabilities or special needs and their families have equal opportunity to live, learn, work, and play in their communities. Our mission at Easter Seals is leading the way to 100% equity, inclusion, and access for people with disabilities, their families, and their communities that they are in. So we're known at Easter Seals for helping people with disabilities, and we have countless programs that help us reach those goals. So the Easter Seals Assistive Technology Program helps Iowans learn about and access different assistive technology that they need as part of their daily lives to complete tasks or become more independent. Assistive technology, and you might hear Kevin or I refer to it as AT, is anything that helps someone with a task that they would otherwise not be able to complete or be able to accomplish without the use of the assistive technology device. So who we help at Easter Seals is everybody in anyone in the state of Iowa. We cover all 99 counties. And this includes aging Iowans in addition to those with disabilities and special needs, and anyone, any individuals that are experiencing a need or their support team can reach out to us, and we are definitely able to help them. So as we go a little bit more into assistive technology, you will see on the screen that there are a few pictures of different assistive technology devices. The ones on the top row, there's 3 images, and those ones would be considered low-tech devices or non-electronic devices. And these ones are very simple devices that might be a little bit more accessible for people to access funding-wise. So you will see that the fingernail clipper is the first image that is shown. That will allow people to do their nails independently, where you see the nail clipper being attached to the board that's suctioned down to the table, and there's files on the side. Then you have a sand timer to help people with time management skills. And then you also have a rolling garden cart to help someone that might be able to, that would help them be able to move around their garden freely without having to be on the ground if they are not able to. Then on the bottom, we have different assistive technology devices that might be considered high-tech devices. So these might be more complex, a little bit more expensive electronic devices that require a little bit longer to learn how to use them and might require some additional training. So some of these devices include a smart pen that you can see below, text-to-speech software. We have some adaptive gaming tools that we're able to demonstrate and that people can use. And then we also have a talking pedometer that's on the screen as one example. So these are all different devices that could be considered low-tech or high-tech options as well. It really depends on what works best for the person and how they are going to use the devices for their tasks. So just some things to know about us is that we offer consultations from our experts to play a crucial role in helping people find the assistive technology devices that fit their need. On average, it takes around 7 devices for people to find one that will work for them. Not everybody is going to find one device that will help their needs. So we go through and we make sure that we find different devices and help demonstrate devices to prevent device abandonment and frustration. So our consultation services at the AT Center are able to trial options and demonstrate before someone is able to go and purchase those devices. We have access to over 2,000 devices in our AT lending library, which we'll learn about a little bit later in the presentation. And that really helps us to choose different devices that are able to be used for that person. We also have our Rural Solutions program that supports farmers and any Iowan in a community of less than 2,500 facing a disability. So this allows us to go and travel to those people that are either farmers or in a community of less than 2,500 to help support them find different devices and different technology that they might need. And then we also have external referrals, and we are able to provide different resources for the research that we do to help individuals that cannot be directly supported by our services. So how we connect people with assistive technology equipment. We have a demonstration center and a lending library, part of the Easter Seals Iowa Assistive Technology Department. Our demonstration center allows people to demo equipment before purchasing. A lot of people want to hop right towards high-tech devices because they think it might be the best option, but demonstrating devices will help people go through and have to purchase 5, 10, 15 different devices before they find one that they're they're happy and that meets their needs. We're also able, and we have equipment and resources for families, individuals, counselors, and schools. So we get a lot of occupational therapists, physical therapists, and then we get a lot of schools and individuals that come to us for their needs, and we're able to provide different devices and demonstrations for that as well. So how to access our equipment is there is a website called NDEAM that you can create a free account and browse that online source. We will go through how to do that in a little bit, but we also have an assistive technology exchange. This is an online classified ad that lists devices for people who are selling or looking for different items. We do not have these items at Easter Seals. They're things that people individually post on there, but you are able to access that through our website. And then we also have our durable medical loan equipment program. So that might include hospital beds, power, manual wheelchairs, and etc. So for a nominal fee, you're able to have those different durable medical equipment for an unlimited amount of time. So as we go more into the demonstration center and how we can provide our services, we're able to test out devices that support recreation, access to daily living activities, computer use, learning, and many more different classified tasks that we are able to help with. We're able to compare options before the individual is taking the device home. Device examples include adjustable height desks, Amazon Alexas, and accessory to personal care devices and home care devices. We are located at the Assistive Technology Center at Camp Sunnyside in Des Moines. And if you want or know anybody that needs to have a demonstration or have an assistive technology consult, it is by appointment only. So at the end, we will share our contact, but the numbers are listed below for how to get a hold of us and set up an appointment with us. We also have different device loan options through our lending library. So our lending library has over 2,000 devices in it, and it provides options for people to try devices for free before they decide to buy a device. So searching the inventory and bookmarking items you're interested through our online inventory, then you're able to create a free account and request the loan items that you have decided and added to your cart. You're able to borrow up to 5 devices for a 30-day trial period, and that allows you to trial different devices before you go and purchase one. Once you've checked out, items can be shipped or picked up by appointment only at the Assistive Technology Center. Items can be shipped back or returned to the Assistive Technology Center, again, by appointment only. So we're going to hop off this PowerPoint real fast, and I'm just going to show you how to get onto our NATAD's website real fast. So IowaAT.org is our website. I'm not sure if it's showing the PowerPoint still or if it's showing the website yet.
It's showing the PowerPoint.
Okay. Let me exit the PowerPoint real fast, and we will get to our website. We should be switched over now.
That is correct.
So this is our website for Easter Seals. This is our homepage for the Assistive Technology program. If you scroll down and press the Home tab, you will get to this page, and it will give you different resources for our Assistive Technology program, just some different stats about our devices, and then our featured services. So our lending library, our durable medical equipment, and then training and resources. So if you click on the lending library option, you can scroll down and it will pop up with who is eligible. You are then able to click on to our website to find different devices. You can either log in if you have an account already or register for a free account, and that's how you're able to request devices through this website. Or you can just browse different items that we might have. So if you click that tab, and it's taken a little bit longer to load, but eventually it will bring you to a tab that has all of the devices and a search option. So you will see that the devices are listed down below. And let's say we were looking for some different mouses. This one might be one that we're interested in. You can go ahead and click on that, and it will show you if it is in our inventory currently or if it is checked out. It will also give you a little bit of a description about the device, and then it will have our location where you can pick it up or call us to make an appointment. So I'll jump back to the PowerPoint. And then I'll switch my screen over again. And then we should be able to see it on this slide.
That is correct.
So another service that we have is our online AT exchange program. That website looks very, very similar to the one that I just showed you. And this provides classified ads through a database that connect Iowans to the assistive technology that they need. Oops. So you are able to search the availability of the Assistive Technology Exchange program on that website. You're able to contact the seller directly, and any Iowan with assistive technology equipment, they no longer need can list items on this website. Sometimes people choose to put devices and equipment on this website that are free, and sometimes they associate a cost with it. So that is going to be listed on our website as well. And then we have our durable medical equipment loan program, and this covers different medical equipment that supports living at home functioning independently. So this program loans equipment to Iowans with disabilities for a nominal fee. It runs solely off donated and durable medical equipment. So we have wheelchairs, walkers, shower benches, and etc. So some examples of different equipment might be an electric hospital bed, might be thousands of dollars if you choose to buy it outright or go through insurance. But through our durable medical equipment program, an electric hospital bed is $150. Or a manual wheelchair, like the one shown in this image, would be $75. So it's an option that gives Iowans and people with disabilities a way to access that medical equipment for a lower cost, and sometimes prevents the hassle of going through insurance or if insurance is taking too long. So Easter Seals also sanitizes and refurbishes the equipment. So whenever we get a donation in, we make sure that that equipment is working for you, it's sanitized, and it is ready for you to pick up. Those are by appointment only as well, because we do travel the whole state of Iowa. We don't always have someone in our office that is able to be there during all business hours to pick up or donate equipment. So we just require an appointment to be made. And then we also require that a healthcare provider must fill out part of the loan application. That just is how we know that the equipment is needed and that we have someone signing off on it as well. So if you have any equipment to donate, you are able to do that. Or if you need equipment, you're able to look on our website and get those devices as well. if I go back to our website, it should show how to obtain our devices. So again, on our Easter Seals Technology, Assistive Technology program page, you can go to the tab up top that says Select and Obtain Devices. And this will tell you all about the different devices to recycle and reuse services. So this is where our durable medical equipment loan program is. We have forms that you're able to fill out for donating equipment, applications if you're looking for different equipment, what our loan fees are, and then we also have steps to how to donate that equipment as well. I will go back to the PowerPoint. And then just the last thing that I'll cover before I take some questions, before we move over to Kevin, is how you can contact the Assistive Technology program. So our phone number is listed here on the slide. It is 866-866-8782, or you can call us at 515-289-4069. And then our website is on there as well, and you are able to either click on that website and get a hold of us, or you're able to email us directly. There is a QR code on the slide for signing up for our MailChimp. It is our newsletter that we send out every month, just with some different information and different devices highlighted, and just how to stay aware. And if you guys want to scan that, I'll leave this page up for a second. And then if anybody has questions, we will take questions now before we move over to the second part of the presentation.
Does not look like I see anything right now in the chat or in the question and answer section. So if you guys if the audience has questions, go ahead and put them in there and we will get to them. Thanks.
I will get my screen shared and get started. And if there's any questions that pop up, we'll get to them first.
And as Kevin's doing that, if you haven't put your name and your county in the chat, that would be really useful for us for tracking and data. So if everybody could do that, that would be wonderful.
And Jesse, can you confirm that you see the slides?
I am not able to see the slides yet.
Okay, one moment. I will restart that. And
It looks like they are now pulled up.
Great. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Dalen, and I identify as a 54-year-old Caucasian blue-eyed man wearing glasses with short reddish blonde hair, with slightly redder beard speckled with some white, and I'm wearing a blue polo shirt. I'm excited today to be presenting during the National Disability Employment Awareness Month On behalf of Easter Seals Iowa Assistive Technology team, we are happy to announce the release of a new online course called Digital Access for Everyone. Today, I will be modeling a presentation style that describes the slides, including any pictures. So in the upper right-hand corner is our Easter Seals logo with sunburst icon around the IE. And at the top, there is a cropped image that has a close-up of a woman using a laptop touching a virtual digital screen. Digital access for everyone. Easter Seals Iowa now has an online training course that introduces digital accessibility. This training aims to be a starting point to help ensure that all Iowans can access digital content. As we think about employment, I cannot think of a better time for this course to be made available as we highlight the importance of ensuring that people with disabilities have equal access to meaningful employment opportunities. On the slide is a screenshot of the new training website showing the homepage with logo and menu. Employment. There is an increased shift to a digital world when applying for and keeping a job. People with disabilities continue to face challenges when it comes to digital accessibility. This training will give you an introduction to digital accessibility, and you will learn the top 5 areas to help begin your journey. On the slide is a woman with a disability seated in a wheelchair and is answering email at work. Today, I will provide a very brief overview of each module to give you an idea of the content that we are providing. In the introduction module, you will learn about digital accessibility, why it is important, and what standards exist. For example, the POUR principle is the very foundation. Pictured to the right, in the first circle, there's the letter P and the word perceivable. This means a person can recognize and detect the content. The second circle has the letter O and word operable. This means a person can access and use the content. The third circle has the letter U and the word understandable. This means a person can understand and know how to navigate the content. The final circle has the letter R and the word robust. This means content is presented in a variety of ways to reach a wide range of people. The main guidelines that we use, which will be discussed further in the introduction module, is really started from this foundation. Everything points back to POUR. Our alternative text module, well, you may have heard that a picture is worth 1,000 words. If you're able to see the image clearly, complex or many ideas can actually be conveyed with a single image. To the right are 2 images. The top one is out of focus and the bottom one is in focus, and they're both of a pathway that is lined with trees during the fall. And this represents clarity and being able to understand what is being shown on the screen. You will learn how to make your image accessible with text called alt text, and this alt text can be read by screen readers. Screen readers are an assistive technology that helps individuals with low vision or blindness interact with their computer. Color contrast module. Color can help your audience identify and understand important information. It helps you communicate ideas and emotions. Unfortunately, color isn't as foolproof as you might think. In this module, you will learn the standards that apply and how to choose and test for accessible colors. To the right is an animated image, and this image is showing you the color contrast analyzer tool. And it allows you to choose the text color that's shown on the screen. So as we process through this, you will see that it's choosing the color picker, and it enlarges the pixels so you can aim and get the E, and then you can choose background color. And you are then given the results. And in this case, the result is a contrast of 8:1, which passes our minimum standards. And this allows you to very quickly determine if you have any problematic areas. One exception to this is logos are not included, which is probably a good thing because Easter Seal's logo is made up of a yellow, gold, and an orange, and both have a tendency to be low contrast. So we use a darker orange whenever we try to use our branding, so that way we meet those standards. Accessible headings. Headings and paragraphs and white space help break up long content, and this makes content more readable for all. Correctly formatted, accessible headings provide information to users of screen readers. We refer to headings in terms of their levels. The image to the right shows a representation of content with headings level 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in this case, we're demonstrating the different heading levels with the different boldness and size. But there's an important difference between just changing the look of text and accessible headings. Shown on the screen is an animated image of the process of adding accessible headings in Word. We use styles in Word to create the correct heading levels. And I'm going to let it feed through for a moment. Here we're adjusting the font size to match what we want. And then we select a heading style and click on Update. And once we set our styles, we can then use those headings throughout. And it will consistently tell a user of a screen reader what level they are on. So in this case, they would be able to get a list of headings that are at level 2, which is fruits, nuts, sauces. And they would then be able to quickly skim, just like an individual who would see these could quickly see what is available to them. And then underneath fruits, we would have a level 3, raspberries, strawberries, and blueberries. And then we might have paragraphs under each of those. Descriptive links. Hyperlinks are a great way to send your audience to a destination like a website or a document. You will learn how to make your links more user-friendly and accessible. Below is an example of a non-descriptive link. When a screen reader reads this to a user, it will read the following: https://www.easterseals.com/ia/programs-and-services/assistive-technology-center/. Now, you can tell that takes a lot of concentration to glean out what that was saying. And it's not unusual for hyperlinks to contain numbers and other special characters, making it additionally distracting and confusing. It is best practice not to paste hyperlinks into any of your documents. I did so here as a demonstration. Shown in the animated image is the process of adding a description. in Microsoft Word. And the process comes down to highlighting the words that you want to be a descriptive link. In this case, we're choosing Easter Seals Iowa Assistive Technology Center. We are clicking on Insert, Link, and then pasting in the link that we already copied, and then clicking OK. Now you have a descriptive link. When a screen reader reads the descriptive link, it will read link Easter Seals Iowa Assistive Technology Center. My hope is you can start to feel the difference between a lengthy address versus a descriptive link. Clear language is a style of writing. It uses clear wording, structure, and design. Clear language helps all readers find, understand, and use the information you're presenting. Clear language is sometimes called plain or common language. You will learn 8 techniques to help make your writing clearer and more accessible. For example, the first rule is to use shorter sentences and paragraphs. It is very normal to get a much higher grade level assigned to your writing if you are using longer sentences. So we recommend sentences 10 to 15 words or shorter. And in this module, you will also learn how to check that grade level. And we're going to recommend aiming for a grade level that's between 6 and 8 or lower. The particular content on the slides that I've demonstrated today are about a reading level of grade level 7. So we've been talking about our new online course called Digital Access for Everyone. And you will learn the top 5 steps that you can take today to create content that is accessible to a broader audience. The course comprises 6 modules. Each is about 15 to 20 minutes long. You can take the modules in any order that you want. You may also take an optional final quiz to earn a certificate of completion. In 2025, we will also offer a limited number of 2-hour in-person training sessions. These are intended for those who have already taken the online course and are interested in getting some hands-on experience guided through exercises. The dates and registrations are available on our website. Both the online and in-person training is free. We do, although, offer additional accessibility services for a fee. So if you have interest in us reviewing a document or reviewing some web pages to help you understand if you're in the ballpark of accessibility, we can work with you to talk through the scope and for those consultation services. To the right is an image close-up of a woman using a laptop touching a virtual screen. So how you find that course? As Jesse demonstrated, our website that is for our Assistive Technology Center is IowaAT.org. And you'll select the online training from the menu. To the right of the screen is a screenshot of IowaAT.org showing a red arrow pointing to the online training menu. And that one is the 4th menu item from the left. To take the course, we do have everyone register. So you will go to log in and out. And I have a red arrow pointing to the trainings website menu, and it is the 4th item. If it is your first time there, you will register an account. There is a red arrow pointing to register an account. Once you fill in the required fields and submit, you'll be sent an activation link in your email. The main reason we do it this way is to prevent the number of spam accounts that are created. We have noticed that some agencies, their spam filters might be strong enough to prevent that link from being sent. Typically, the link comes in with just a few minutes. So if you run into an issue where you haven't seen it, just reach out to us at AT-info, and I'll provide that again at the end of the presentation. On the next slide. How to contact our Assistive Technology program team. At the top, there's a picture of a man and a woman discussing digital accessibility in front of monitors, and the Easter Seals logo with the sunburst icon around the E is in the upper right-hand corner. We have our phone numbers, website, email, physical address, and social media channels on display. The best way to reach us is to call our 800 number at 866-866-8792 or email us at atinfo@eastersealsia.org. And our funding statement is at the bottom. And that concludes my part of the presentation, and we'll take questions for either the digital accessibility part or the introduction to our services part.
I would just like to say, this is Sarah, and just how great that digital accessibility courses are. I love that. I think there's a lot of questions on that. And then just, would you be able to go, like, say you watched a video, could you go back to the video again then if you had wanted to review it, the information?
Absolutely. The modules are always open to review. And in addition to the presentation of the module, there is a PDF handout that allows you to have it as kind of a cheat sheet next to you. And you can print out all of them and put them in a binder. And I also have in the materials tab, sometimes the highlights, like the color contrast of how to download the color contrast analyzer.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So I'm going to go through and see, I do see a couple of questions. What is the geographical area for loaning items? For example, your office is based in Des Moines. Would a client in Council Bluffs be able to access equipment? The answer is yes. The lending library has the ability to send out items, and then it would be your responsibility to send them back or get them back in some manner. If we're referring to the durable medical equipment, most times that equipment is heavier in nature and isn't readily available to be shipped. So we would probably need a client to come into Des Moines in some fashion to receive those kinds of products. And I see Jesse had answered that one. And do we have any other questions out there? Not seeing any other questions. I would have time to demonstrate more about the course if that is of interest. I'm also happy to close this early if that is of interest. Sarah, do you have a preference?
I find that digital accessibility very interesting, so I would love to learn a little bit, to have you demo it.
Absolutely. I'm just going to pull it up in a moment here. So you'll go to IowaAT.org, and when you click on online training, you actually go to a separate website that is branded very similarly, and you can get back and forth. This menu is different than the main menu. We do have the ability to return you to the main site here. And for accessing all the courses, you would log in. But just to run through the home page, we have a brief description. We previously had a different location for this learning management system. So we have a message about incoming people who might be diverted. And then we show the course listing. And when you click in on it, enroll now, you will see that it asks to be logged in before you are started. You can see some of the key elements in there, but you aren't able to access them. So once you're logged in, and here's where you'll register an account. And before I go any further, let me just show you what that looks like. We ask for name, email, creating a password, what type of participant you are, and where you're from. And that helps us with our reporting to our federal grants. Once you're logged in, you can then go to the Digital Access for Everyone course. It provides a summary of each. There is some information about how to use the course under navigation instructions, and then each of the main modules. And when you click on one of the modules, you'll be presented with a place. And I did not share my screen with sound, but all of the content is narrated. And since it's in my ears, I'll close that out. And it allows you, again, about 15 to 20 minutes each module, and you are able to forward through the slides, and each slide is narrated. There are some embedded questions within each of the modules, so that way you can test your knowledge. And then when you're done with that module, there is a mark complete here. In this case, I've already completed it. You can also access the main course by going backwards through the breadcrumbs, that Digital Access for Everyone. And as an example, for color contrast, I do have the resources link here, but there are some additional resources under the Materials tab. It has the handout in PDF and Word version. We provided the Word version in case you would like to add notes for yourself within the handout. It also includes all the references. Each module will have a reference and resources tab at the end that are linkable, but all of those resources are again linked here, so you can access them quicker. In this case, here is the demonstration of the color contrast analyzer that I demonstrated earlier. And it provides the direct link for the color contrast analyzer. And this is a piece of software that can work both. I see I have a link I'm going to fix. It allows you to download it both on a Mac and a PC. It will not work on other devices like an Android or an Apple product. It is strictly meant for a computer device. Sarah, did you have any questions about what I've shown, if there was something specific?
So on average, how long would it take a person to get through each module?
I really aimed them to be content narration time of around just under 15 minutes. So
Oh, they're very quick.
being new to it, you might experience it more like 15 to 20 minutes, but they are intended to be very short modules. I will tell you that we digested an immense amount of information and boiled it down to the core essentials that you really need to know to start today. All too often, one of the roadblocks to accessibility is the fact that it is so complex and it is so much, it feels like drinking from a fire hydrant. So these have really been purposed to boil it down to that essential things that you really need to know in order to step forward. A lot of times you get in so deep that it gets confusing. And my hope is that you will find that these modules really give you those fine steps to start today.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Well, it doesn't look like anybody else has any questions, so I think we can conclude this presentation. I want to thank Jesse and Kevin so much for sharing all these amazing resources with us. It's really it's just fascinating, and please go and check out their website and different things like that. And they're just, they have a very knowledgeable team. So thank you, Jesse and Kevin.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Yep. I hope you guys all have a great day. And we will have another webinar. Our second webinar series, which is going to be next Wednesday, is going to be over with the host, or the facilitator will be Autism Speaks. So please join us then. Thanks, guys.